What is up, everyone? It's your boy Elton. Welcome back to another video. And today, oh god, I can't do that. Okay, for real. Hey there, everyone. Elton here again, and today we'll be continuing with our various projects, obviously. So, as you know from last week, I am currently working on a few pixel artworks, and let me just say that pixel art, like any type of art, it's not particularly that easy. I would say it is slightly easier than like traditional digital art. What is that word? I'm sure that's not a word, but it's slightly easier than like the more typical type of digital art that you may see, but it is still art, so it's not exactly the easiest thing to do. So, with that said, this week I tried to do something slightly different than last week. Last week we did my friend Sojin, and we did him a sprite, a pixel sprite, something that you might see in a video game, even though it's slightly too. What I've come to find is that the sprite that I made of him was a bit too complex to actually be put in a video game, which is a problem that I will address later. I don't want to deal with it right now. With that said, this week I tried to do something a bit different, and I don't know if you would call it successful, but I did manage to make something. Particularly, I made a pixel art portrait of my other friend, Scalaxkin. There she is. She's pretty cool. She does a lot of video games. She streams practically every day. You should really go check her out. Why haven't you checked her out? Actually, she's really close to 1K, which is good for her. Anyway, yeah, I tried to make her portrait in pixel art form, and I don't know what you would call my final attempt. I don't think you would call it a success, but yeah, here's my progress so far. Okay, so first attempt, I tried. I really tried to just I can't even talk right, because just remembering that I did this is freaking torture, because look, I tried to make it by the proper steps of how you should make a portrait or a humanoid character, with the circle, and then you draw the face, and then you draw lines, and then yada yada yada. But what ended up happening was that, well, you'll see in the end, but not gonna lie, I'm not really proud of this one. So, as you can see, that this is just went swimmingly. Look at it. It is obviously Scalic, right? No, obviously not. This is why I hate the thing. And, oh god. The neck gave me so much trouble. Like, oh my god, it was too long. It was too wide. Like, why did I think that would look good? I don't know. I really don't know. And this was probably one of the only things in this particular version that I somewhat like. The whole white outline looked kind of good in the very beginning, but I flip flop around when it comes to outline, so we'll see if it sticks. And it was during that long pause that I kind of realized, okay, you know what? I'm getting tired. Like, I'll try to do something a little bit more, but I was getting too tired and just, yeah, I needed a break. I'll try again tomorrow, and let's see what happens then. Alright, so a new day has begun, and I keep trying. I kept trying. I really, really did to fix this piece, but yeah, no, this cannot be salvaged. It looked terrible. Every proportion is just whack. And the only good thing that came out of this was that I figured out the sort of palette that I wanted to make this portrait in. Like the colors, I kind of figured out that. So that's great, right? That's great. If I didn't make myself clear that I hated the neck, look at that thing. That thing is thicker than my arm. Why did I think that would look good? Brain, what the heck? And so I started to work on a new version of the portrait. This time around, I actually had a good reference because coincidentally, she was streaming by the time I was drawing this one, so I can just look to my left and yeah, there she was. I can just follow along to that reference. And I kind of noticed that her face was very angular, like it was very sharp. Well, not sharp, but like it was really, really straight. So I tried to do that. And also, I noticed that she had blue eyes, not brown. I don't know how I got that mixed up. Okay, I need to rant about the neck again because, yeah, I don't know why, but I keep messing up the neck. I really don't know why. It's just, I never get it right the first time. I do not know why. Okay, by this point, I was pretty happy with the portrait that I'm actually making. It wasn't the best, it's still very, very flawed, but it was considerably better than whatever the hell I made in the first one. At the very least, you can somewhat see that it is like the model that I, well, reference, which is Scalec. So yeah, I say this was an absolute win. But I need to move on because I tried something else here that didn't work out, the whole white outline thing, but yeah, no, that didn't look good. So yeah, I settled on just the black outline for this one and make a copy, try to do something else. This time around, I tried to do shading. Well, not shading particularly, but I wanted to do just touch up the model, well, not the model, the portrait, and do a no outline kind of thing, just making sure that everything's well separated with shading and coloring, and I think I did a semi-decent job at it. You can disagree, feel free to, because I am half tempted to disagree upon myself with this decision. With this one, I kind of just want to fix up some of the shapes and just see what kind of works and what kind of doesn't. I messed around with the highlights with the hair because she has just an entire ring of light around her head. I don't know how to translate that to pixel art, so bear with me here. And this was the final version of the portrait that I settled on. At this point, I was just detailing and just making sure everything looks alright. I'm settling for alright in this one because I know it's not great. So, yeah. Okay, like, I know that I was being kind of an asshole in the beginning and just saying, oh my god, this is terrible, but I actually kind of like it by the end of it. I'm going to send this over to Scalec and see what she thinks of it, and yeah, that's the end of today's video. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it! Come on, what are you doing? And I will see you in the next video of whatever the hell this is. Ciao!